Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. This is more sorting out mounts type stuff, although this is a bit different. In here is a keiki of Dendrobium nesta, it says so. That's unusual, I know that it actually says so, but it does say so. And it's just in loose fluffy moss, that's all it's in. But it has started a new growth from the base. Now, the idea of putting it in that fluffy moss was to acclimatise the roots to having moisture around them. I mean, the roots have even attached to some of the moss. So there's no need to take all this off, you'll see why in a minute. So there is a keiki that is a plant in its own right. There is a root sticking up that's coming off. Ow! You'll have to excuse the odd ow. I've been gardening this morning and I don't learn, do I? No, Roger, you never do. Yeah, well, I've been out there gardening, which is bending, which for the amount of time I was out there was tolerable, but kneeling on concrete is not tolerable. And but anyway, there is an interesting gardening video over on the gardening channel if you want to wander over. Basically planting up some of the gravel beds, or planting some plants in the gravel beds. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. Right, this is rubbish. This is gone. It has no substance. There is no life in this whatsoever. So the plant has ceased to be, which is why the keikis become a bit more precious. Now, obviously the one that I've just taken out of the moss has been in there a while. This one has only just come off. So this one is now going to get planted in something more reasonable, and this one's going to have to lump it. It's not going to get a chance to acclimatise, it's just going to have to probably be a bit behind the other one. So there's nothing wrong with this moss, nothing wrong with it at all. I'm just taking some stringy bits out at the moment. So there are a few of those, don't need those. So this moss is reusable. The green bits on it are algae, but they're not the end of the world type algae. Although we could take the worst of the green bits off, I suppose. Especially as we're now going to do something entirely different. Right, that'll do. Right, so we've now got some moss. That's, you know, already used moss, shall we say. And what we're going to do now is mix it with some of the stuff that I've got lying around, which is small bark and perlite and moss. But this is going to be very heavy on the moss. Something like that. So the keiki that has just been put in moss has acclimatised to its roots, having moisture around them. It's now going to get some media as well. Do you see what I mean? So it's not just moss. It's now got something to get hold of, some actual substance. I know I said I want to be heavy on the moss, but I'm going to save that for the top. Right, so that's got to go back in, and I'm going to lean it on the edge of the pot if I can, so that that little piece points upright. I'm going to have to do it with media, so let's get some in there. As I said, these roots are already acclimatised. I'm not going to put the other little keiki in yet because it's got virtually no roots, so it's going to have to go at the, you know, near the top of the pot. Yes, the gardening this morning was based on the fact that I've had the plants a while and I wanted to get them in the ground first off, and also we have rain forecast for tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, so that'll help sort of settle them in. And then this one I'm just going to sit on the top, leaning against the edge of the pot if I can, just so that those roots are in, like that. And hopefully, I'll just have to put some down that side as well because some roots not covered. Right, so that's it, that's what it's getting. As I said, the roots on the larger keiki, they've already had chance to acclimatise. The new keiki that's just been ripped off hasn't, but it's going to have to take its chances. So there was a root not covered. So there we go. There's no need to water that today because the moss is damp. So we'll put our label back in so that we know what we've got here. Now that plant I've had a very long time, Dendrobium nester, and basically its demise involves moving here, moving house and changing environments, basically. Just no good. Hasn't done well since. So it was starting to look a bit jaded before I moved, quite honestly. Anyway, so that's what I've done with those. And let's hope they pull on. Not going to get too much out of them this year. The older one, the one that's already been in there, it is growing. It has actually got a new leaf coming. And this one has just grown a new leaf. It may grow another one. But there'll come a time, you know, as we head into winter, where these would normally stop growing. But these will be an ideal candidate to put under the lights. The lights are due to come on stream probably first week in October, be about right, I think. That's when the day lengths have got short enough to warrant putting the lights on to maintain those day lengths. And they'll only be on for a short period of time, and gradually that period of time will get longer and longer to maintain the same day length for as long as I'm deemed necessary. That's undetermined. You know, I haven't done this before, so we'll wing it. Anyway, if you want to pop across to the gardening channel, there is a video there that you certainly won't have seen before because we're completely up to date on that channel now. So all videos that get posted are new videos, unseen, untouched by human hand and all that stuff. Anyway, that's it for this video today. Tomorrow we will be doing a Sunday chat as normal, providing I'm capable of standing up. I'm now going to go and retire to my comfy chair with a drink. Time's getting on a bit here. I didn't realise it had got that late, but yeah. And I'm going to take it easy on the grounds that if I don't, then we won't be doing much at all tomorrow, because I know I've got a twingy back. I'll live with that. Twingy I can live with, but my knees actually hurt. We've got to stop doing this kneeling on concrete. It's got to be stopped. I've had a quick look, and you can get it's annoying because it's called a gardening stool for the elderly, which means I'm holding my hand up and saying I am old. But it looks pretty good. It's got like it is a seat by definition, with a foam seat with legs. If you turn it upside down, the legs stick up in the air and are capable of hauling yourself up from the kneeling position because you've got something to get hold of, and the seat has foam on both sides, so once you turn it upside down it becomes a kneeling stool with an aid to lowering yourself down and getting yourself up again. I think I might need one of them somehow. I don't plan on spending too much time kneeling around, but you know, if you're going to plant at ground level, then you've got to get down there. So be it. I think we'll hold our hand up and admit to being old. Anyway, see you tomorrow for the Sunday chat. Thanks for dropping by. And if you do pop over to the gardening channel and you're not subscribed over there, it would be nice if you did so. We are trying to get those numbers up over there. We're doing okay. It's doing okay. But yeah, every little helps, as Tesco's say, as they put their prices up yet again. See you next time. Bye for now.